So now I can fill the yellow ones in yours.
Can feel.
Not yet. Wait a minute. Where we are? We have still 3 minutes. Yeah, you can start if you want.
Well, but I don't know how you're gonna do it because I haven't
yes.
filled what I need to do.
Okay, now
But
Umberto,
you have.
wait that we finish because we didn't yet finish our part.
Okay.
And we will welcome Ray that way.
Hello,
Hello, Ray.
Hello.
So
Hello.
we were on become a user, and we were doing the first step, which is to fill the Indigo boxes with your project name and the job to be done by your users in your project. Do you want to give your example again?
You forgot it?
Okay, I can do it. So Juan earlier gave an example, which was if I needed to go see my grandmother, I would take the train today, and this makes me feel okay with that. So I don't need any other projects for that. This is your example.
No, I would be. This makes me feel awful because it's too expensive and it takes such a long time to get there. But you could also say, if I needed to go see my grandmother, I would walk to her house, and this makes me feel whatever. Or I would take my bike, or etc. You know. But the key here is that you, as the project leader, you only can say the first part, and then we will answer what we would do to do that. Huh?
You understood?
I do.
Okay. So I continue the timer. You can take an empty file and continue.
Hmm.
Okay, so now I will put a timer of well, not so much, so I will put only, let's say, 7 minutes. No,
It's okay. If we need more, we can repeat it.
okay, so 7 minutes, and we will put more if needed. Okay, let's do the second step.
So now we fill the yellow cards in other people's and also in our own if we want.
Okay, so who wants a bit more time?
Me.
Okay, Juan. Who else?
Yes, I need maybe 2 minutes, please.
Okay, for 2 minutes. Let's go. Ah, le truc qui vient dans ma tête, c'est I would see a therapist. Hmm. Ouais, non, il manque la communauté.
Oui.
Done.
Hmm. Should we take 4 minutes to read the sticky
Yes.
notes? Yeah.
I think so.
We can also comment if we want.
Mm. But do we say something or not? We just read.
Yeah, maybe we can read, and if you want to say something out loud, you can share.
I think maybe it's good if we read like one by one, maybe, or what?
Too much option.
What do the people think?
I have read them all, so I don't know.
You're too fast for us.
You're always fast.
I would like a conversation where we have everybody focused on one project at a time. It's more coherent.
Can you repeat, please? We didn't hear well.
I said my preference would be that we all discussed one project at a time to bring coherence to it, like after already like doing individual work.
Did you understood?
Not so much. You
I'm
say
sorry.
to first talk one project at a time?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. But you're saying this now, or you are saying?
Specifically right now, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's the same thing I was saying. Like, if we could go like this first project, and okay, so if needed to do this shit, and then this is what people answered. Is that sort of what you're saying?
To read it,
Mhm.
right?
And come and discuss.
Okay, let's do it.
Mhm. So positive somewhere else.
So if I needed to know more about impactful projects and find concrete impactful actions for solving the crisis of our time, I would search in internet, and this makes me feel nothing. It's the first thing I would do. The results will make me feel something, but not the act of searching. Mhm.
Mm.
I would listen to podcasts. This makes me feel entertained. I would read books. This makes me feel intellectual. I would join Greenpeace or a similar active and largely non-project. This makes me feel that I am actually doing something and I am part of something bigger than me. It will give me a sense of purpose. I would talk to people with experience on the matter. This makes me feel closer to the matter and excited to know people reacted to the subject. I would study a master or diploma on sustainability, SDGs, or something like that. This makes me feel that I can aid others that are working on it or provide consultancy to cities, companies working on it. I would start a crowdsourced directory. This makes me feel inspired since it helps everyone answer for each other.
Mm.
I would search what VCs are financing today. This makes me feel perhaps wary about capitalist intentions. Yeah. I would participate in hackathons. This makes me feel excited to meet fellow builders.
Hurry up.
And that's it. Okay.
Connect your computer.
Okay, then okay, I have nothing
Now
to.
we talk about it.
Yeah, we won't have time to talk about all of them, but
Why not?
no, that's interesting.
Is there something that stands out that we want to talk about, or we go to the next one?
To me, that's okay.
Okay, let's go to the next one. So, if
Urbanica.
you
It's the first one. I'm just adding others because it said before below I will break this down, so I'm trying to break it down. But you can just read the first one, that is the one used within the exercise.
okay, good.
Okay, do you want to read it, Umberto?
Sure. If I needed to learn about how to turn my city into a smart, ethical, and regenerative city, I will search in Google. This makes me feel overwhelmed by too much information. I will ask to local government, what am I allowed to? I cannot see because you are all in there.
Sorry.
Ask to local government, what am I allowed and how to do it. This makes me feel without agency, like I have to ask to my parents to do it. I will break this down. This makes me feel confused. What is smart? What is ethical? What is regenerative for a city? I will learn with local gardeners, workshops with nonprofit in Paris. This makes me feel bad because they are not necessarily the best teachers in the world. They don't know things about commons. I will go to university. This makes me feel unmotivated because I don't like the top-down approach to learning. I will consider ecology and look to be biomimetic. This makes me feel curious, and that's it.
Ooh. Mhm. So you were writing here. Maybe you can talk about what you were adding here.
So I was trying to break it down into different ways of phrasing the same need. So for example, is to learn, if I needed to learn about how to turn my city into a better place to live, but it's too generic. If I needed to improve something in my city with the help of tech and people, or if I needed to turn my city into a place that, and here's where I was going to break it down, that optimizes public services, with the use of tech, that used ethical approaches into decision making, and that used ways for sustaining or maintaining, preserving nature. What will I do? Something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's too large.
I think it's better to break them all into several sentences, like that optimizes for nature, for example, you know? And then like another one. Yeah, I don't know. What do other people think?
I don't know.
Okay.
Mm. Hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for me, that's easier to understand, but I don't know the others.
There is the fact to optimizes nature conservation, but can we add nature like on roofs, on apartments, on add trees? Because conservation is like we have what we have and we keep it, but me, I want more. I want vegetation everywhere in my city.
Yeah.
So not only conservation.
Yeah, like if you live like in New York or somewhere with no plants, like there is not a lot to conserve other than the big park in the center. Okay.
Okay.
Do we have other things to say about Urbanica?
I will read Scale by Geoffrey West. It says there. That's a new one.
Oh.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Okay. Convo Society One, do you want to read it?
Yes, of course. So I did that thing like if I needed to find my people or to find the community where I feel welcome, to be able to show others who I am without fear of being misunderstood or judged, to communicate better with my neighbors or family, I would first decide a topic or interest that could lead me to the type of people or community that is talking about that topic. This makes me feel clarity. I would experiment, take risks, share something about distinctive about myself. This makes me feel excited and nervous. I would go to places where this kind of people gather: bars, libraries, schools, forums, video games, etc. This makes me feel excited to get to know others and socially engage with them. I really don't know what I could do today. Ooh. That's it. Mhm.
Okay. Do you have something to add?
I'm curious. Yeah. No, I don't know. Do you have something to
No. Okay. And you, Ray?
No, wait, maybe
Ah.
just the third one here. Um, how would you know what are these places? Or you would go to all the places?
No, that's why the first one says first decide a topic of interest that could
Ah,
lead
okay, okay,
to type of people, you know.
okay.
And then once you have clarity, then you can choose. These are just examples.
All right, perfect. Hmm? Cool. So we can go to the next one then.
Yeah. Ray, do you want to read your file?
Maybe this one.
Ray, are you here?
Yeah, sorry, I hit the mic off. So I would take a spreadsheet on my computer and write my values, my goals in life, and it would naturally influence my way of using my money. This makes me sad to do it alone, not in a community, not open source. I would create a public document what it means to me. This makes me feel excited, but also scared. It might be very hard to communicate precisely. I would ask GPT-3. This makes me feel clarity and the possibility of having a discussion on the topic until I get full understanding. So I can say that like what we're doing is really very speculative, and I'm not entirely sure what I think is the job to be done. Interestingly enough, I think of it as being a little bit like Twitter, which I'd love to have a conversation with Jack Dorsey someday to understand why he did this. Like a man of very few words creates something in which someone could say things, but only in 140 characters and not necessarily knowing really how people would use it. And I don't think I know yet how anybody would use what we're building, which is like to weave money and meaning together so that you fundamentally explain why you're doing what you're doing. And the thing that occurs to me when I think about the other projects here is that in some way it's potentially an answer for all of them because it's something that doesn't exist yet. But if you had an inquiry and you could query the world's financial transactions and find the people that are doing the sort of thing that you care about, then you could quickly find like places, organizations, and people. So that was a very interesting insight that I had from doing this exercise because I started to imagine, you know, jobs to be done by these other projects and coming to the question that I wonder if what we're doing is actually a good solution for all of those jobs to be done. So it's more to explore, and then it makes me really excited and grateful to everyone here for making this happen so that I could have that insight because it's been something that I wasn't getting anywhere on.
So jobs to be done by in collaborating with other projects. Is that what you're saying? Right?
Well, yes. So fundamentally, I'm saying that if somebody like all these other projects, everyone is talking about somebody who's looking for something, who's looking to find certain people, or you're looking to find expertise in a certain area. Like it's a search. Like, how do I know what's out there that I don't know? Like somebody knows it.
Yeah.
And my point is that if we started to make that metadata that gets appended to financial transactions, and people say why they're doing what they're doing, then it will become pretty clear what the topic space is that they have, like, keen interest in, or maybe a high level of expertise, or which is it could be a passion, but there could be a whole community. Like it's a way to find people, and therefore a way to connect, and maybe even a way to coordinate.
I think maybe it would be useful to be more precise on the financial actions, because for me it's too vast, too vague, and like a financial action could be like I don't know, order food delivery, or it could be buy a house, you know, or buy a Christmas present for someone, and those are completely different jobs to be done in a way. And
they are different jobs to be done, yes.
And not saying that you need to choose one of those, but more that to give us all more like precise options, so we can because I was thinking like, okay, if I need to convey the meaning behind a financial action, it was kind of abstract to me, like, okay, what financial action, right? Because I wrote like I would create a document that explains like that. It's like saying like, well, I am investing like 20% of my money in this thing because I believe that this will happen. But I'm not gonna write an investment memo if about what I'm going to eat today, right?
No, you're not. So I guess I left out a word, which is that it should be something of significance, as self-defined by the individual. Right? If you're buying a bottle of water, it's of no real consequence.
Well, it depends, because for example, I bought yesterday water that is not bottled in plastic. It's in a can, you know, it's an aluminum. So there is no plastic, and I decide specifically to buy that one because I don't want to use plastic.
Well, so I guess that's where significance is subjective, right?
Yeah.
Like if it means something to you, would you share it with people? I bought this water, and I purposefully bought it in aluminum rather than plastic, and here's why.
I think I would. Actually, it's funny because even the people that sold it to me, they were like, "Oh, it's not a plastic bottle, it's a can." And I was like, "I know, and that's why it's better." So they took the time to highlight that thing, actually. Yeah.
It's good. It is. It's healthier. You won't ingest microplastics. It's highly recyclable material.
So basically, what I mean is it would be useful to give some examples of what you meaningful financial actions for you, not like to reduce the scope, but more to like guide us to be like uh, something more concrete, you know?
I agree, and like I said, I didn't feel like I knew how to do it, but like everything that we are talking about here, where someone is trying to uh, find something, is actually what makes it relevant, right? Like for a person who's like doing something, like they know what the significance is for them, and meaning. You know something is meaningful to you, not because you can do a calculation and or do a diagnostic and tally a score and say, oh yeah, this is meaningful. It's meaningful to you because you feel something about it. It has an emotional resonance in some way.
Yeah.
That's what makes things meaningful. That's what drives values, is that they have an emotional valence. And so the fundamental question that I'm researching is, well, can I get people to share that so that it becomes possible for other people to find it, right? Like if you're excited about buying some water in an aluminum bottle, like how many people would be excited to know that they can buy their water in an aluminum bottle? Maybe it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. And I guess it boils down to why we make these choices. Some of them are like really very conscious, and some other are just like because there is no other choice sometimes, right?
Mhm.
But when given the choice of different options, what drives us to choose one over the other?
That's sort of the fundamental question of economics.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Mm.
Do you have more things to say, Ray, or shall we go to the next exercise?
No, we can go on.
All right. Julian.
Okay, so the next exploration is just about creating your own user personas. So I copy and paste several user personas, so you can complete whatever user personas you want. And I will give us maybe 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes to comment others user personas.
Only 5 minutes.
Yeah, because it's nearly the end of the hour.
You paused the music. Ah.
Okay. Do you prefer to take the 5 next minutes to continue to work on user personas, on your own user personas, and we will comment on others whenever we want during the week? Or we take the 5 next minutes to comment others user personas?
Maybe we can comment on the next session as like the first things as what we did today, commenting the past session.
And so now we continue writing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, that's my proposal.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I would say the other.
You would comment now?
Yes, because I don't really know what to write now. So I would write it like later or something.
Okay. What about the links here? What are these links?
Yeah, what are those, Pauline? For links.
It was written in the templates, and the rules was saying no, the rules was only saying to add supporting links. I don't know. I would say that Twitter, there something
Okay.
that show which which is their personality, that shows which is their community they are part of. Mm. It's already 20.
Mhm.
Um,
So we continue, either we talk about what you two have written out, or we continue to do the second part, which is the interest, influences, etc., etc.
we can talk about our personas.
Well,
I finished mine.
mhm.
You finished? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, but I think that this template is very self-explanatory. Well, Grisel is a public service worker. She's from Mexico. She is 35 years old. And before being a public servant, she was an urban activist. And that's why she entered into public service, because she wanted to improve her city. And she thought that by doing it through the political institutions, she could do that. And she graduated from college, but she was never comfortable with what she was taught. That's why she keeps updating herself through different courses, both online and in person. And she sees her city as a smart city. She wants that her city becomes a smart city, but one type of smart city that respects citizens and nature equally, and that listens to people, and that also uses tech to optimize service delivery. And then the personality is more an extrovert person. It's very active, it's messy. No, sorry, it's active, it's busy. And then the rest, it's like sometimes very creative, sometimes very analytical, sometimes organized, sometimes messy, depending on the situation and on things that she's doing. And she is more a team player, but also she works by herself alone fine. And she used to take more risks when she was a urban activist, but now that she works in government, she plays more safe. Bless you.
Thank you.
Is she real or did you invented it?
She is a mix of two persons that I know.
Okay. She's an hybrid human.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Does she?
that's good.
Ray is
Oh, sorry.
asking the question.
I'm wondering if this hybrid persona that you developed is just based on an availability bias, meaning that you can imagine these individuals, or is it that you know enough about them to have validated that the persona that you're creating is one that's relevant to what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I know a lot about them. That's why.
You know enough about them to know that they would be interested in this project, or you just know them personally very well?
Both.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And when you talk with them about your project, is it like a real conversation about user feedbacks and tell me what you think about my project, or it's like usual conversations that you have with them, like friends and like that you get some information about them?
Well, both, because it depends on how we are talking. But if we are talking about the project, then she becomes serious and gives feedback as needed, without looking to be polite, just giving the facts that she thinks about the course or about the content, so that and she does this in a caring way, so that I can improve the content that I am producing.
Okay, cool.
So you mentioned a transformation from being an activist to being a public servant.
Uh-huh.
and how this person was more risk taking and now it's like playing it safe, we could say, or looking for security. And does she feel that being a public servant, she is more able to help the city become what she wants?
So these are two people, but both have reached the same outcome, let's say, or conclusion, that they thought that working within the government will have reached better results on improving the city. But now that they are working there and that they have some years there, they see no difference. They see that they have less agency, and that they cannot do anything from their own power because they do not have any power within government, even if they are executives or directors or something like that, because there is always someone on top of them.
Right.
Okay.
And for example, one of these people, one is a man and one is a woman, and the man, he still has his urban activism group, and they are very active. They are the most active urban activism group in the city, but they have been feeling that the government is like eating them through his position, so that he is being pressured to obey or to comply with things instead of being a rebel as they were before. And now he is the point of failure of his urban activism group, because like things are put on pressure to him to make the things that the government wants, instead of being instead of him having an opportunity to break or subvert the government inside.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's very tricky to work with governments.
Okay. That's really interesting, but we will have to wrap up. Can you do
Wait. What about the one you wrote?
Yeah, but it's 29 and in 30 minutes we have another meeting, very important. So we have to end now, sorry.
No.
Okay, so Humberto, Ray, yes, Ray, you are still here. Can we go to exploration rating, which is on the right, where I put my hand, and it's just to put some to put your comment dit, your stamps.
Yep.
As usual. You got me.
When you say I would like to do this type of exploration again in the future, do you mean like the same session?
We mean about user personas.
Yeah, like exploring the user persona again, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's not so clear. What?
Done. Hey guys, please let me know, tweet about the fundraising is fun, and put it in the Solarpunk Guild so that we can promote it, more people can join. I think it becomes richer when more people can engage and provide feedback, but we need time to share it and that people know about it and so on. So a tweet will make it. If you are not tweeting about it and you want us to tweet about it, then we will need just a banner.
But when you say tweeting, do you mean adding hashtag like Solarpunk Guild or tagging Solarpunk Guild? Because we are tweeting, but only.
No, you can tweet for yourself, and then the Solarpunk Guild members and the Solarpunk Guild account will tweet it, like will promote it.
Okay.
But we need to know about that tweet. I haven't seen it, so that we can promote it, you know?
Okay, so like just to share with you the tweet.
Yeah.
Okay,
That will
okay.
work.
Okay, good idea.
Because I know that it's Wednesdays, because I have been talking to you with you for long, but many more people do not know about it. And even if they have read it, it's once, and we need to keep, you know, telling the people that this is happening. Otherwise, we have too much information going around, and we need to select what we are prioritizing on our lives, let's say.
Yeah. Is that correct? What I wrote here?
Tweet about it before, share the tweets with the Solarpunk Guild so they can retweet. Yes, that's it. Please.
So one of the things that comes up for me is that this does not scale really well. Like, to organize it this way and to have 5 times more people would be effectively impossible. So I think it's necessary to promote that people do all the work ahead of time before the session, so that it could just be a discussion around it, like to try to do it real time and then cover so many people and so many projects. It seems unworkable. It would have to be a half a day.
Yeah.
Or breakout groups.
Or focus on just one exploration for 1 hour and a half workshop or so, because we are doing like 3 different things. Yeah. Or asynchronously. Yeah, okay. Try to do it more async work so it can scale to more people. Did you want to add something, Ray? One wrote on the sticky note what you said.
No, I don't think I need to add anything else.
Okay. Okay, so thank you everyone, and thank you for joining, and have a great day. Bye.
Thanks for hosting it. Thanks. Have a good night. Ciao.
Bye everyone. Thank you.
Bye.